What's up, y'all? What's happening? Your boy's back. Oh, snaps. Turn that down. There we go. Slow and steady wins the race. Don't wake up and be a disgrace, y'all. All right. Hold on. Actually, maybe I keep that up. And then I turn this down. There we go. I've been gone, y'all. Had a conference. Tech conference. Now we back. We are back and ready to get after it. Yeah. So let's just go ahead and start how we always start. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and remove some of this stuff and get right back into the analysis. All right. So here we are. We're looking at the Nas 100. And let's go ahead and go up to the daily and see what we got going on. So prices more recently just pushed down, as we can see here. Price is making its way down. It looks like it broke this structure here, which means that overall, it looks like we're in some type of semi bullish momentum, right? We had one break up, bam, break down, break up. Maybe we come back down to retest this potentially, or we continue up. So what are we looking at here? We're looking at this large daily NB right there. And inside of that NB, we're looking for an unmitigated point. So we look at these candlesticks, we look up move. It looks like this was actually mitigated at the open. We came, started pushing down, we pushed up. Man, we pushed down again. We could potentially see something in here, right? Two candles, last up move for the down move. Theoretically, though, we should see that white candle behind it. So I probably like this zone a lot more. Something like that. I like that zone a lot more. Okay, so on the daily, that is the large area that we're looking at. Now, of course, we started breaking down, right? We broke down here, right? That was validated. We pushed back up just ever so slightly, broke again, right? Ranged sideways and then broke up. So now we're actually looking at something like this, right? So if we are to come back down and pull back, we could see ourselves pull back somewhere in there, potentially. The only thing I would say here is that maybe it's 50% of this area right here, because we have this liquidation and then we take off. So there might be some price action in here somewhere that we can go ahead and look for a trade. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit. All right. Yeah, so as we're moving in, it looks like we can still expect this. I mean, we had a mitigation of the open. You can see there. But, I mean, it's still, in my mind, a perfectly good zone. Right, we break up, break down, maybe here. Yeah, I think this is a great zone to look to take longs up to. Now, if we're going down into here, we see price starting to move down again. It broke structure here. Let's go ahead and mark that out on our chart. Boom, broke a structure, break a structure, break down. Now we're waiting for price to come and it just shoots up. So now we have this area validated. Where did it come from? Somewhere down in here. Maybe we see something like that. I mean, we have some wickiness right now. Looks like we could. Let's go ahead and zoom in a bit more. I mean, obviously, I think it's pretty obvious that we're in a slightly bullish momentum. Although I think we could still see a nice little pullback, right? We broke up. So maybe, right? We saw this wick and it's not very convincing here. We could see maybe a pullback here before going higher. And that's probably pretty risk. But I'd say maybe, on a 6 hour, let's go ahead and look at that. Let's look at that. Look at that area right there. Let's go to the 4 hour. And we just continue to paint another picture, paint this beautiful picture. We call it a Picasso. I call it a Bifildo. Wow, that didn't sound good. Bifilsco. There we go. Bifilsco. That sounded better. All right, so we have this breakup. Maybe, potentially, we're looking for a long off of this particular zone here. Let's go ahead and zoom in a bit more. Well, now we're in the hour. So if we're in the hour, we see this massive move up. I mean, it's just so wicky, so wicky. But you could make an argument that we want to see price come down into here before ultimately going long. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to put an alert here, and when price gets here, then what we'll go ahead and do is look for a confirmation, probably down in the 15 to 5 to 15 minute time zone range. We'll look to confirm that particular zone. 1 second here, y'all. Your boy. It's your boy. Let me go ahead and get my alerts template. Man, I've been gone. Gone. All right, so we're going to go ahead and look at the stocks. This is the NASDAQ. Yes, indeed, this is the NASDAQ. And we're going to do that. And we're going to say demand zone. Great. Not demand zone. Demand zone. All right. So we're just going to go ahead and wait for that particular price to tap in. And I'm pretty sure. So I was going to make a case to say, okay, well, let's see if we can trade it down, right? But this price action just was so sporadic. And this was on the 30th, so Wednesday. Last Wednesday, to be more precise. And look at that. That just shot up to the moon. Broke up here. Broke down. Now it looks like we're mitigating something here potentially. And again, this is a little bit riskier, right? We want to see it come down and fill all of that price action down there. We certainly want to see that. So what do? Looks like it already tapped in there. And to be fair, if we were looking for any trades, we'd have to see a break here. So for all intents and purposes, even on the lower time frames, we're not seeing anything that looks good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a break of structure here. And let's go ahead and do a supply zone here as well. We'll look to confirm on like a 1, we're day trading. Let's go, supply zone sounds good. Great. All right, so we're going to leave it at that. I think we pretty much have a nice little bias price. So if it comes out here and breaks down, then we'll go ahead and look for a retest to go down into here further. Let's go ahead and look at the euro. All right, the euro. What are we doing, euro? We are in a bullish. We're in bullish price action right now, and it looks like had a break, had another break, had a break up. Wow, break down, move sideways, break up. So this is valid here. Now, this is a fascinating case, right? Because I think ultimately we want to look at some price action here. We see this long wick down. We see this here, 2 candles, last down move before the up move. And I mean, that looks pretty darn good. And I think what we'll do on the daily, we want to see it come back. We'll look at the 6 hour, see what's going on. I mean, it's just one of those situations where it's coming up here, break up. I mean, we want to go with the trend. Let's just continue to go with the trend. So we had a nice break up. We had debatable down move for the move. Let's zoom in here and see if we can find something that looks neat. Break up. I mean, if you're looking at this, it's just like break down, break up, break all the way up. I don't know. You see this right here, potentially shot up. All right. So I think pretty much we can look at that for a continuation. I'm bullish on this. I'm bullish on this for now. bullish on this for now. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and do a demand zone here. Boom. Let's create that. This is a 30-minute demand zone. Let's see if it gets down there. I mean, we can go even further down. I mean, if we were looking for it to go lower, break above, we have this last down move for the up move. I mean, if we're really micro right now, we're super micro, right? We could do something like that, stripe pajama mode. We have a 15-minute zone. Candlesticks right here. Look at these hockey sticks. All right. Well, they're not really hockey sticks. They're called tweezers, I suppose. All right. So we break up and maybe. Break. Potentially. I mean, this is the only problem I have. If I use this, right, it's mitigated about 50%. Right, we kept going up, and this last down move, and then we moved up, mitigated the open, and then it kept moving up. We could say maybe continue off. I'll take this right here. I'll take this. So we'll look to confirm there. Now this is a 5-minute zone. This is a bit riskier, but we're gonna go ahead and do it anyway. So we're gonna go ahead and get that demand zone there. Great. All right. Let's continue on. Let's go to Bitcoin. What's Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin is not doing anything interesting, at least. Or maybe it's doing something interesting for the Bitcoin folks. 12, 6 hour. I mean, ultimately, it just doesn't look good. I mean, you could say break down, right? Where'd it come from? Somewhere in here. We're starting to break structure up, right? Maybe we come back down to retest this. Something like this, right? Like maybe we come down here. We're saying, okay, well, let's go ahead and retest that zone. Right, open, and it just shot up 2 candles. So if we were looking to take a trade off of this zone, we just look at the odds, right? What's the risk reward here? And ultimately, see this breakdown potentially coming somewhere up in here, maybe up in here somewhere. So that is a meaty, very, very meaty trade if it was to happen. I mean, it looks like it could. Some areas in here to quote unquote fill. But I mean, it's a meaty trade. So let's go ahead and put an alert there. See what goes down. All right. So this is Coinbase. Let's go ahead and use that. I think this should be good. All right. All right, y'all. So that's pretty much going to wrap up my daily analysis, y'all. Daily analysis. And we're going to really just keep it at that. We're going to let those play out. We have some other pairs on here that could potentially be solid, but ultimately, let's just keep it simple to get back into this. We've been gone for about a week. let's get back in the flow. So anyways, I hope you learned something. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you learned. Let me know what you want to see, and tell me some improvements. Tell me some things that you think. I like other people's vision. We all see this a little bit differently. Go ahead, hit the like or dislike button depending on what you thought of the video, and of course that subscribe button. Continue along with your boy B Phil on his journey to becoming consistently profitable. Y'all have a wonderful day. Peace.